autism spectrum disorder.
Hi,
Your name is?
my name is Areen,
And you are? How old are you?
12.
And she's 12 years old.
Hi, my name is Hana. I am 46 years old and mother of 4. My third child, Uma, is on the autism spectrum. Autism, as far as I know, is a developmental disorder where your speech and your social interaction is impaired, and it doesn't develop normally like other children. But for Uma, he has a lot of issues like sensory disorder. That means he has sensitive hearing, and he's sensitive to certain tastes, to certain food, and he likes to flap his hands when he's excited, or when he wants something really badly, he will start flapping his hands. And he has a lot of other issues like eczema and sleeping disorder.
How would I describe autism or autism spectrum disorder is it's just a broad and wide range of conditions that, how do I say, that consists of challenges in social skills. Some of them are non-verbal, so they have to communicate non-verbally. Some of them have repetitive behaviors, like their habits and their tics. I wouldn't say there's one type of autism. Every autistic child is different. Some of them can adapt really well, some of them don't, and they all have their own sets of strengths and weaknesses.
Uma, he was actually born normal, but when he was about nearly 2 years old, he showed some symptoms of autism. He was flapping his hands, he stopped talking, and he had trouble sleeping. He didn't want to play with his sister, with his cousin anymore. So we went to have him checked with a developmental pediatrician, and that's when he was diagnosed with autism. Uma, when he was non-verbal, he would only say like b b b b, and he couldn't even gesture. So we had to work with the therapist to teach him how to point. At first pointing, and then we did picture exchange communication. That's where he would find the pictures and show us what he wants. And then after that, we discovered that he could read, so we started to teach him how to type, or started to point to the words. Instead of using pictures, we use words. And now he has limited speech, so he has started to say a little bits and pieces of what he wants. It's not in full sentences yet, but he can already type, or he will point out the word, or he will write the word on a board.
My sister, we haven't really discovered what her true path of interest is, but it's obvious that she shows interest in music. Like, she enjoys dancing, she enjoys singing. I think all of us as sisters, we enjoy singing and dancing, so we do that all together. So I think she picks it up from there. Other than that, we're trying to encourage her to do and get involved in more activities like baking, planting, and all that. So that's how we encourage her development, her way of thinking, and her comprehension.
Uma, I think he likes swimming. Swimming calms him down. So for swimming, we have put him in a swimming class for autistic children, and he has actually swam in an open sea challenge in Redang 500-meter open sea challenge. And now he still continues swimming, but and he was in an autism swim gala recently. And he also likes alphabets. He's obsessed with alphabets and animals. So we give him a lot of papers, writing papers, art block, whiteboard. He can draw or he can write the names of the animals, and we buy a lot of encyclopedias and books on animals to let him know a lot more about animals. And he knows a lot of animals that I haven't even heard about.
My sister goes to a government school, which is a Sekolah Kebangsaan, that facilitates for children who have special needs. And her classmates are all autistic, and her teachers are well trained to educate children like her.
Okay, Umar, initially he was in a Montessori, but after that I stopped him, and he went to do full-time ABA therapy. Then after about 3 years, he was back to the Montessori school half day and doing ABA therapy half day. But after that, I found that the school was too noisy for him. So I found a special school in Solaris. It's it's not actually a school. It's a special kids therapy center which operates like a school. So he's been there for about almost 2 years already.
One of the challenges raising my sister who has autism is actually not her, it's the other people surrounding us. It's the problem is people don't understand her condition or her situation. People are not well educated enough, and people have this perception that she's less. She's not less, she's just different, and people find a hard time understanding that she's just different. It's not that she's incapable of learning or incapable of understanding. She just has a different way, a different approach of understanding, and many people just don't understand that, and that's the most difficult part. Growing up with her made me a better person as a whole. She made me more patient, more understanding, more open. Yeah, more open, definitely. And I think people need to understand that it's not a burden to have a sister with autism.
It has been a long journey. So when he started to regress, we didn't know what to do. He would wake up at night and he would jump on the bed, and that would last for 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. And finally I didn't want him to do ABA therapy because number one, it was quite expensive, and number two, it was there was some negative reviews about ABA therapy. But finally I decided to send him to the full-time therapy. It has helped him a lot to start communicating with us, because before he could communicate, he always threw a lot of tantrums because he couldn't tell us what he wants. There were other challenges, like you know, when we go on holidays or even when we go eating, and like he would make a lot of noise when he would flap his hands, and people will look at him, and he would even you know, go to other people's tables and try to get their food or try to get their gadgets. So it was a lot of challenge to make him comply with the normal behaviours. We had to find ways on how best to educate him, because if he doesn't get an education, he would be bored, and the brains will not develop if we don't find ways to educate and to make him communicate and to have friends or to read or to play games. So even at now he's 10 years old, we're still finding new ways to teach him, to make him give more attention to anything that he does. So it's a long journey, and it's not the end of the journey, it's just the starting of the journey.
Honestly speaking, no. But I think with social media platforms, we're using it for the better now, and a lot of people are trying to educate themselves and educate the rest regarding autism. And I'm happy with the effort, and I hope everyone will be more aware of autism and autism spectrum disorder. What I think we as a society can do to spread more awareness about autism is to just go out there and learn. Education is so important. Go to centers, spend time with children with autism, learn how they are, understand how they work. Read, share to as many people as you can, because in the end we need to work together into making them feel more included, making them not feel like a burden, and understand that they are not less, just different.
Never eat the whole world with your